doing, man? Andy, what's up? Gentlemen, happy to have you guys here. We'll let them subside a little bit. Get the last little yelps out. Happy to have you guys here. How are things?
It's good.
Good. Tour is going obviously very well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now, gentlemen, a lot of people, you guys are obviously doing parts of your tour on a tour bus?
Yes.
Okay, now all the different bands have different rules, so to speak, on a tour bus. And I was looking at some of your rules, and some of them are pretty interesting, and I'm very intrigued usually why they got implemented, right? And you guys had, like, no fireworks on the bus, no paintballs, and no slingshots.
You want to know what?
Those rules do not exist on my bus.
They do not apply.
They do not exist.
I'll tell you what.
Pete said that. Pete said those rules.
I actually made a rule with Pete that if he ever brought a like an airsoft gun or a BB gun onto the bus, I would quit the band. And so we have 2 buses now.
I'm sorry, Fall Out Boy's over. I brought a BB gun on the road.
Doing some target practice. Now, speaking of tour as well, I was happy to hear you guys are actually playing Live Earth.
We are.
Yeah, which is really exciting. You guys must be excited about that. Here's the thing I was wondering. There's a lot, and it's good to bring, I guess, awareness to what's going on around the world. But it's interesting because some people have spoken out against it. And I know you guys are advocates, obviously. So am I. And I was wondering, Roger Daltrey from The Who, right? He made those comments saying how the last thing the world needs is another rock concert and all these comments towards it. And I was wondering what you guys thought about that.
I mean, I don't think anyone's under the impression that this rock concert is actually going to lower the temperature of the globe or anything like that. I think it's just more about bringing people together and exciting people and stimulating them to examine, I guess, the idea of environmentalism on their own further.
I think it's cool to see people that might influence you or that you might respect, talking about some pretty important causes, and maybe it'll influence some other people to get involved.
I was discussing earlier, I mean, that's where we got it from, was probably bands when we were kids and stuff. So the thing is, it's not like we made this thing up. It's something that, people pass, along, and that's it's as long as it opens a dialogue,
And the world needs a lot more rock concerts, I think, actually.
Roger just will not be a part of them, I guess. Anyways, well, you guys contributing on so many different levels, because as well, I was reading... you guys are going to Uganda, which I'm jealous about, actually.
We're very excited to go there.
I can imagine. Now, you guys are going over there to actually see what charities do over there. Is that why you guys are going over there?
We're involved with a group called Invisible Children, and they bring light to the plight of impoverished youth there and the children soldiers over there. And there's these displacement camps that people live in over there as well. And we kind of felt like we wanted to see it firsthand and become involved in it. And I think that that could change your perspective on it, hopefully.
Is that why you guys wanted to go over there, to actually see it? Because obviously it's so weird to think that we all live in North America, and when we have this idea of what it's like over there, having never been there.
I think a big problem with humanitarian causes in general is, I would say, I would be curious to know the number of people in America that think Africa's a country. You know what I mean? There's so much you don't know about that area. You know what I mean? That it's I think it would definitely help to actually be there and get to see it.
But everyone should watch The Last King of Scotland and then go to invisibleChildren.com, and you can learn more about Uganda and people outside of your own sphere. And sometimes it's all right to feel bad about other people besides yourself. Every once in a while.
Yeah, sometimes.
G.I. Joe said no one's half the battle, right?
And it is.
Anyway, we have an email question here. Let's check it out. It is for Patrick, and it's how do you do it? You're everywhere producing Cobra Starship, the new video, you're on tour. Where do you find the time?
I don't sleep. No, I've been working the Cobra Starship record on the bus after I get out of the show. So it's weird, I produce on the road.
Okay.
So it's really, anytime you're not seeing me on stage or in front of a camera, I'm probably doing that. So that type of stuff.
Okay, speaking about music, obviously the album doing very, very well for you guys. It's a great album, I might add. But and I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys last time. I'm jealous you guys got a chance to work with Babyface. That's crazy. And I was wondering, a lot of bands, when they've had the kind of success you guys have had with the first album, right, they go about reinventing themselves as a way to kind of avoid comparisons, right? And while you guys haven't done that aesthetically, with any gimmicks or anything like that, thank God. Do you guys feel bringing in producers like Babyface and Kanye West might have been a way to kind of do that?
I don't know. Sometimes it's a good way to get like a new spin on what you're trying to do. I don't know if it's like really a reinventing type of thing. I think it's we respect what he does, and we love the music that he makes and what he produces, and we thought he would really bring some great aspects to our music.
The way I see it is that music is like, it's one of those things where, when you're a band, the more people you work with and the more decent stuff you produce, you being the only constant in it, you know what I mean? I think that strengthens you as a band or whatever. So I think when, working with Babyface, it's something out of our general sphere of influence, and I think, if we can shine there, then that means we can probably, I think it just makes you stronger. It's like being versatile, So.
Okay. We have an audience question. Having said that, back here, you have a question for the band?
I do have a question. It's actually
You're
for Joe
always here when we're in here.
I am always here.
Good to see you.
This question is for Joe and Andy. What it is there has been a change in the sound of your music from your previous albums to the current album. Also, people have been saying that it's not a Fall Out Boy record. So what has inspired this change? As well, how do you react to those critics, and what do you say to them?
Andy. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I know it's like when I look at when I listen to this record in comparison to our other records. I mean, I do hear the change everyone else does, but it still sounds like Fall Out Boy. So I don't know. I mean, we grow with the rest of these dudes, and we make the music together. So I don't know. I guess it just doesn't seem that weird to me, but it's because I'm part of it. So.
Now, you guys are obviously living, I would think, like your dream. Because one day you're obviously, I'm guessing you dreamt about playing music all over the world, getting your music heard, and making a living out of it. And I was wondering, now that you guys have kind of attained that, what do you guys dream about?
Being the first band to play on the moon.
The first band to play on the moon. Hopefully you attain that one day.
Moonwalk for real, dude.
Buy an island and power it with electric eels.
Oh, yeah?
I dreamed that I made up a candy that was apples with caramel on top of it, but it was like in a Kit Kat bar form.
That sounds like an outright
That'd be
candy,
good.
actually. But once you've attained all those things, right? Because you have all these things you want when you're younger or growing up that you think are unattainable. And once you attain them, do you have to reevaluate what's going to make you happy?
I think just the fact that we're all able to be in a rock band and do this as our job. I think that was all of our dream, and I think that since we've been able to attain that, I think everything else has been a bonus from there on. We're not like, all right, we need to do this, and this. We're kind of as things come, we're just very stoked and really we're very appreciative of what
I just want to make
we're
music.
able to
I
receive.
just want to make records. That's
Nice.
That's what I dream of. So.